They started with nothing but a beat and a dream. Now they run the charts and the business. From street corners to global stages, these artists turned sound into fortune. Africa's not rising anymore. Africa is leading. At number 20, CK, the emo-Afrobeats rock star. We meet the artist who redefined romance in African music, turning heartbreak into hits and vulnerability into virality. His full name is Chukwuka Ekweani. From Kaduna, Nigeria, and in 2025, he closes this iconic list with a powerful net worth of $15 million. The Nigerian artist's journey began in the shadows of production studios, crafting beats long before he ever picked up a mic. The 2019 sleeper hit Love One Tintin was his breakout song, a song that quietly bloomed and then exploded across TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, and every platform in between. He called his sound emo-Afrobeats, a melancholic melody, heartfelt lyrics, and soft production layered with African rhythm. It's not aggressive, it's not loud, but it's intimate, global, and addictive. Originally signed to Chocolate City and later to Warner Music South Africa, CK is now a key artist under Warner Music Global, putting him in the same league as major pop titans. With Love One Tintin, CK became the most streamed African artist on Spotify for 2 years, the first African artist to hit over 1 billion streams on a single track. A mainstay on global charts in the US, UK, India, Brazil, France, and Germany. His follow-up tracks, Felony, Emiliana, Mamadou, and Wahala, only deepened his global appeal. CK has earned Billboard Hot 100 recognition, platinum plaques in multiple countries, nominations at the MTV EMAs, BETs, and Hetties. His revenue is tech-driven and borderless, massive international streaming, global licensing deals, touring in Europe, Asia, and the Americas, fashion and fragrance endorsements, and brand deals with YouTube Music, Cyrock, and Universal Audio. He resides between Lagos, Johannesburg, and Los Angeles, with homes that reflect his artistic minimalism, and also with a garage that fit his lifestyle. He drives an Audi A7, Tesla Model S, and a vintage Benz coupe. As producer, songwriter, instrumentalist, and vocalist, he is the full package. CK didn't shout to be heard, he whispered, and the world listened. In a loud world, he chose tenderness. And in doing so, he became Africa's quietest phenomenon. At number 19, Fally Ipupa, the Congo's crown jewel. We journey to Central Africa, where rhythm lives in the hips, the guitar sings like a bird, and one man wears the crown of Congolese elegance. His full name is Fally Ipupa Nsimba. Born in Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of the Congo, and in 2025, he holds an impressive net worth of $17 million. Fally's story began with the iconic group Quartier Latin International, led by legendary Koffi Olomide. But in 2006, he went solo releasing Droit Chemin, and the world took notice. His sound is masterclass in modern Congolese rumba, soukous, and Afro-zouk, all fused with pop, R&B, and French balladry. He sings with passion, seduction, and unmistakable grace. From Kinshasa to Paris, Brussels to Montreal, Fally Ipupa is one of the most internationally celebrated Francophone African artists. Signed with Because Music and supported by Warner Music France, he has released multiple platinum-selling albums, including Tokus and Control. Fally has won MTV Africa Music Awards, César Award nominations in France, Afrima Awards, Victoires de la Musique nominations, and is frequently cited among the best live performers in Africa. His income flows from massive European tours, Billboard charting streams, brand endorsements in France, Belgium, and across Francophone Africa, a signature cologne line, fashion partnerships with high-end African and European designers, and producing and mentoring younger Congolese artists through his label. Fally owns luxurious apartments in Paris, Abidjan, and a waterfront mansion in Kinshasa. His car taste is elite: Rolls-Royce Wraith, Audi Q7, Mercedes Maybach, and classic BMW convertibles. He is also known for his fashion as his music. Fally is a trendsetter, always sharp, always in designer suits, and often referred to as Le Président de la Sapi. And with every sensual note and stage-stealing move, he reminds us that Congolese music is royalty. At number 18, Sarkodie, the Mic King of Ghana. We traveled west to the Gold Coast, where one man raised the bar for African rap and made Twi sound like poetry. His full name is Michael Owusu-Addo, from Tema, Ghana, and in 2025, he commands a net worth of approximately $18 million. Sarkodie's rise began with underground freestyles, but it was the 2009 anthem Baby featuring Mugiz that set fire to the Ghanaian music scene. Then came You Go Kill Me, Adonai, Painkiller, and Non-Living Thing, all cementing his dominance across Africa and beyond. His rap flow is razor sharp, has a swift delivery in Twa, English, and Pidgin. He raps with the precision of a poet and the hunger of a pioneer. In 2010, he founded Sarkodie Music, becoming one of the earliest independent moguls in West African hip-hop, and he's never looked back. Sarkodie has headlined shows in London's O2 Arena, Apollo Theatre in New York, Germany, Canada, and all across Africa, proving that rap in local dialects could break international barriers. His accolades include BT Award for Best International Act, Africa, MTV, Africa Music Awards, Ghana Music Awards, Artist of the Decade, and he was crowned Best Rapper in Africa multiple years in a row. Sarkodie's wealth comes from music royalties across platforms like Boomplay, Spotify, and Apple Music, sold-out shows and branded concerts, endorsements with Pepsi, Fan Milk, and Samsung Ghana, real estate developments in Accra and Tema, and the Sark by Yas clothing line, which became a hit among Ghanaian youth. He lives in luxury, with homes in East Legan Hills, South Africa, and a private residence in Europe. His garage includes a Range Rover autobiography, Mercedes-Benz S550, and a rare Kantanka luxury SUV, a nod to supporting Ghanaian-made tech. A devoted husband and father, Sarkodie is respected not just as an artist, but as a man of culture, family, and community. Sarkodie didn't need to shout to be heard. He mastered the mic, led a movement, and showed the world that Ghana doesn't just sing, it spits truth. At number 17 stands a legend, Tu Baba, the godfather of modern Afrobeats, a pioneer, a voice that echoes through generations. He didn't find Afrobeats, he helped build it. His stage name is Tu Baba, formerly known as Two-Face Idibia, but his real name, Innocent Uja Idibia. From Nigeria, and in 2025, his legacy is matched by a solid net worth of $20 million. He broke out with the 2004 classic African Queen.
You are my African queen.
A song so timeless, it became the soundtrack of a continent in love. It wasn't just a hit, it was a moment. Tu Baba's voice is warm, soulful, and unmistakable. His music is a cocktail of reggae, R&B, and Afro-pop, delivered with emotion and elegance. Before Wizkid, Davido, and Burna Boy stormed the world, Tu Baba was already laying the foundation. He was the first Nigerian artist to win a BET award, and one of the earliest to tour in Europe, South Africa, and the United States. Originally part of the legendary trio Plantation Boys, he went solo and signed with Kenis Music before founding his own label, Hypertech Digital, which has mentored young artists and preserved his independence. His shelf is packed with MTV Europe Music Award, BET Award for Best International Act, the Headies Hall of Fame Award, Channel, O Music Awards, and numerous humanitarian honors for peace activism. Tu Baba earns through enduring royalties from his decades-long catalog, real estate investments, live concerts, and nostalgia-driven tours, brand deals with Airtel, Guinness, and Orimo philanthropic partnerships, and his Tu Baba Foundation, focusing on peace, unity, and youth empowerment. He owns properties in Abuja, Lagos, and a family estate in Makurdi, Benue State. His garage reflects class and humility, Range Rover Vogue, Chevrolet Corvette, Mercedes-Benz GLE, and his beloved Escalade. A family man with children from multiple relationships, Tu Baba remains respectful, grounded, and widely admired. Tu Baba didn't chase trends, he created standards, and 2 decades later, he's still the one they call the Godfather. At number 16, Asake, the street rock star. We meet a phenomenon, a man who turned Yoruba street chants into global stadium anthems, fast, fearless, unfiltered. His real name is Ahmed Ololade. Born in Lagos, Nigeria, and by 2025, his net worth stands proudly at $22 million. Asake's breakout moment came in 2022 with Omo-Ope featuring Olamide. And he didn't slow down for a second after. Within a year, he delivered back-to-back viral hits Sungba, Peace Be Unto You, Terminator, Yoha, and Organize. His sound is a chaotic harmony, a blend of Fuji, Amapiano, Afrobeats, and gospel-infused backing vocals. He doesn't just sing, he preaches, parties, and performs all in one verse. Signed to YBNL Nation and distributed internationally through Empire Music, Asake came the face of a new sonic rebellion. In 2023, he sold out London's O2 Arena in record time. He headlined shows in Paris, Accra, Toronto, New York, and Dubai, bringing raw Yoruba street energy to global audiences. His debut album, Mr. Money with the Vibe, broke multiple streaming records, becoming one of the fastest charting Nigerian projects ever. He has a lot of awards to his belt. The Headies Next Rated Rema wins Apple Music Artist of the Year. Africa and Rolling Stone, Pitchfork, and Billboard all dubbed him one of the most exciting artists to watch. His revenue rising faster than his beats. Global streaming and royalties, high-ticket international bookings, brand endorsements with Glow, Monster Energy, and fashion houses, merchandising under the Mr. Money brand, and upcoming tech partnerships focused on digital music distribution. Asake owns a luxury penthouse in Lekki, a beachfront property in Ibadan, and recently acquired a getaway residence in Cape Town. He rides in a Mercedes Maybach GLS, a Range Rover Autobiography, and a customized bulletproof Toyota Land Cruiser. Fashion-forward, culturally rooted, and unapologetically experimental, he's become the poster child for Afro Street Renaissance. Asake didn't just rise, he erupted. And as long as there's rhythm on the street, Mr. Money will always have something to say. At number 15, Kizz Daniel, the Melody Machine. We highlight a perfectionist, a melody maker who rarely misses, and a man whose voice has become a constant in every African playlist. His full name, Oluwatobiloba Daniel Anidugbe. He hails from Nigeria, and in 2025, his net worth is estimated at $22 million. Kizz Daniel made his debut in 2014 under the name Kizz Daniel and immediately exploded with the hit single Woju, smooth, infectious, addictive. The song redefined Nigerian radio, and the remix featuring Davido and Tiwa Savage cemented it as a classic. His strength is consistency, with hits like Lay, Mama, One Ticket, Booga, Lie, Cough, and Twee Twee. Kizz Daniel has built a discography that's hit-heavy, hook-rich, and globally viral. Though he started with G Worldwide, a bitter legal battle led him to break free and rebrand himself as Kizz Daniel, founding his own label, Flyboy Inc. His music travels fast. From Nigeria to the UK, Dubai, Ghana, and the US, his songs are party anthems, TikTok trends, and wedding soundtracks. His 2022 global hit Booga became an international anthem, played at presidential rallies, soccer matches, and cultural festivals worldwide. Kizz has collected the Headies Awards, Sound City MVP, Awards Nigeria Entertainment Awards, and back-to-back Spotify and YouTube streaming milestones. His wealth flows through streaming and music licensing, lucrative brand deals with techno, Hennessy, and telecom companies, ownership of publishing and distribution rights, private concert bookings across Africa and the diaspora, real estate and fashion ventures under the Flyboy brand. His properties span Lagos, Abuja, and a newly acquired smart home in London. He rolls in style with a Benz G-Wagon, Range Rover SVR, and a Rolls-Royce Ghost. As proud father of twins, Kizz Daniel maintains a relatively private lifestyle, avoiding scandals and focusing on family and his craft. Kizz Daniel isn't the loudest voice in the room, but he's the one you'll be singing all day. Hit by hit, chart by chart, he's quietly becoming Afrobeats' most consistent hitmaker. At number 14, Rema, the Prince of Afro-rave. We spotlight the young prodigy who disrupted the charts, blurred genres, and put a new spin on Afrobeats. His full name is Divine Ikubor. Straight from Benin City, Nigeria, Rema's net worth in 2025 is already an astounding $25 million. His breakout came in 2019 with the self-titled EP, Rema, featuring viral hits like Do Maybe and Iron Man.
Do maybe, do maybe.
The latter made such waves that it caught the attention of Barack Obama, who included it on his summer playlist that same year. But Rema wasn't just another star, he was a new genre. He called it Afro-rave, a futuristic fusion of Afrobeats, trap, pop, and Indian-inspired melodies that set him apart in every song. Discovered by Prince and signed to Maven Records and Johnsing World, Rema quickly inked a distribution deal with Virgin Music under Universal Music Group. His 2022 album Raven Roses took him global with Calm Down becoming a global anthem. When the remix featuring Selena Gomez dropped, it topped charts in Europe, India, South America, and crossed 1 billion streams, making him one of the most streamed African artists ever. His accolades came just as fast. MTV Europe Music Award for Best African Act, the Headies Sound City MVP Awards, multiple international nominations, including Billboard and BET. He's toured across Europe, India, the UK, and North America, selling out arenas and festival stages, often headlining shows at just 22 years old. His money comes from massive digital streaming deals, publishing royalties, international endorsements with brands like Pepsi, Monster Energy, Billionaire Boys Club, and Icebox fashion collaborations and NFT projects, and a stake in multimedia art and production ventures. Despite his youth, Rema owns real estate in Lagos and Dubai and travels in style. His car game includes a BMW M4, Mercedes-Benz AMG G63, and a rumored Ferrari Portofino. But behind the hype is a calculated creator, always evolving, always experimenting. Rema isn't the future of Afrobeats, he's its fearless mutation. And at just 24, he's already proven that sound has no borders when confidence has no ceiling. Coming in at number 13, Flavour, the Highlife heartthrob Flavour, is a man who made highlife music sexy again, a performer whose voice, presence, and rhythm are as timeless as tradition itself. His full name, Chinedu Izuchukwu Okoli. Hailing from Nigeria, Flavour's estimated net worth in 2025 is a smooth $28 million. Flavour began his musical journey as a drummer in his church choir in Enugu. By 2005, he released his debut album, but it was the 2010 single Inwe Baby Ashawo remix that turned him into a continental superstar. His sound is a fusion of traditional Igbo highlife, Afrobeats, and R&B with a voice that croons, captivates, and commands. Every song is an experience. Every performance is a cultural celebration. With hit after hit, Ada Ada, Galib, Baby Nayoka, Levels, Flavour carved out a lane of romance, roots, and rhythm that reached far beyond Nigeria's borders. He's performed in Europe, the Middle East, and across Africa, headlining cultural festivals and sold-out stadiums. Signed under his own imprint, Two Night Music Group, Flavour is fully independent, controlling his catalog, visuals, and artistic direction. His trophy case includes MTV Africa Music Awards, the Headies Nigeria Music Video Awards, and several state and cultural honors for promoting Igbo heritage. His wealth is built on concert tours across Africa and the diaspora, digital streaming and physical album sales endorsements with brands like Life Beer, Globacom, and energy drinks, private performances for VIP audiences, real estate investments in Anambra, Enugu, and Lagos. Flavour lives large but traditional. His homes are opulent, yet infused with African architecture and art. His garage includes a Range Rover Sport, Lexus LX 570, and a Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe. He's a devoted father and fiercely private when it comes to family, but a lover of culture, dance, and visual storytelling on stage. Flavour didn't follow trends. He brought ancient sounds into the future, and in doing so, he became a symbol of culture, charisma, and class. At number 12, Tiwa Savage, the bad girl gone global. We celebrate the woman who redefined what it means to be fierce, feminine, and African on the world stage. Her full name, Tiwatope Savage Balogun. She represents Nigeria, and in 2025, she commands a net worth of approximately $32 million. Tiwa's journey began in London, where she honed her craft at the Berklee College of Music, worked as a backup vocalist for George Michael, and wrote songs for Fantasia, Cat DeLuna, and even Monica. But she made the bold move back to Nigeria, and that's when the game changed. Her breakout hit, Kel Kel Love, dropped in 2010 and instantly made her a household household name. Since then, she's released bangers like Eminado, All Over, 49 to 99, and Somebody's Son, featuring Brandy. Tiwa's voice is smooth, soulful, and sultry, mixing R&B with Afrobeats and representing the bridge between Western sound and African soul. With her elegance and edge, she's become one of the most recognized African women globally. She's performed at Made in America Festival Wireless UK, Global Citizen Live, and even graced the BET Awards stage. From Mavin Records to her deal with Universal Music Group, Tiwa Savage became one of the first Nigerian female artists to sign a major international record deal. She's won MTV Africa Music Awards Channel O Awards, the Headies, Sound City MVP, and more, and was named one of BBC's 100 most inspirational women in the world. Her revenue, a well-oiled machine, streaming royalties from millions of global listeners, endorsements with Pepsi, Maggi, 40 Oil, and MAC Cosmetics, fashion brand collaborations, scripted deals with Netflix and other international platforms, appearances at high-paying festivals and luxury events. Tiwa owns luxury homes in Lekki, London, and a private estate in Los Angeles. Her car collection includes a Bentley Bentayga, Rolls-Royce Phantom, and Mercedes-Benz V-Class for road tours. Despite the fame, she's a devoted mother and one of the most relatable superstars in the game. Tiwa Savage didn't just break barriers, she sang through them. And now she's not just the queen of Afrobeats, she's the sound of African femininity, strength, and success. At number 11, Yemi Alade, the queen of Afro-pop. We welcome the woman who took African pop and crowned herself with it, earning her title as Mama Africa. Her full name is Yemi Alade. Representing Nigeria, and in 2025, she boasts an impressive net worth of $39 million. Yemi's rise began in 2009 when she won the Peak Talent Show, but it was her 2014 global smash Johnny that turned her into a household name. With over 150 million views on YouTube, it remains one of the most watched African music videos of all time. Her voice is strong, her presence magnetic. She blends Afro-pop, Highlife, and R&B into empowering anthems that resonate across cultures and continents. Known for her electrifying performances and vibrant visuals, Yemi has toured in over 30 countries, including France, Germany, Kenya, China, and the United States, often selling out venues with ease. She's performed on global stages like Coca-Cola World Cup, Stage Global Goal, Unite for Our Future, and even The Essence Festival in New Orleans. Signed under Eazi Music Group, she's remained fiercely independent, owning her catalog, brand, and creative vision. Yemi has received MTV Africa Music Awards Headies Afrimas, and even recognition from the United Nations as a cultural ambassador. Her money flows in from album sales and digital streaming, global brand deals with L'Oreal, Shell, and close-up international fashion collaborations, touring and live performance revenue appearances as a UNDP Goodwill Ambassador. Yemi owns properties in Lekki, Abuja, and a fashion-inspired home studio in Paris. Her car collection includes a Toyota Land Cruiser, Mercedes-Benz GLE, and a custom gold Range Rover Evoque. She lives like a queen, gracefully, purposefully, and proudly African. Yemi Alade didn't ask for the spotlight. She danced her way into it. From Lagos to Paris, she's not just Mama Africa. She's the voice of a new generation. At number 10, Phyno, the Indigenous general of hip-hop. At number 10, we meet a man who proved you don't need to switch your language to speak to the world. His full name, Chibuzor Nelson Azubuike. From the heart of Enugu, Nigeria, Phyno is worth an estimated $42 million as of 2025. He entered the game as a producer, working behind the boards with artists like Flavour and Bracket. But in 2012, he dropped Ghost Mode with Olamide, a street anthem that exploded across Nigeria and introduced Phyno's fierce Igbo rap style to the mainstream. He quickly followed up with tracks like Man of the Year, Alobom, and Fada Fada, blending traditional Eastern melodies with hard-hitting hip-hop. His flow is unmatched. Phyno became a symbol of pride, not just for a region, but for a people. He co-founded Penthouse Music, a label that's grown to house top talents like Check, and has remained independent, owning his masters, publishing, and creative direction. Though less flashy than some peers, Phyno has headlined tours across West Africa, the UK, and performed in front of massive crowds in Germany, South Africa, and the U.S. diaspora community. His accolades include multiple Headies Awards, Nigeria Entertainment Awards, regional honors for Indigenous excellence in music. But the real genius of Phyno lies in how he stacked his money: digital streaming and royalties, brand deals with Guinness, Airtel, and Nairabit, concert and event ownership, merchandising focused on Igbo youth culture, and commercial real estate projects in the Southeast. He owns luxury properties in Enugu, Lagos, and a studio estate near Awka, his family hometown. His garage is bold and rugged: Range Rover Sport, Rolls-Royce Phantom, Mercedes GLE, and a custom-painted Toyota Land Cruiser. But Phyno rarely brags. He stays grounded, clean, focused, a man of the people. He didn't conform to succeed. He succeeded by standing firm. Phyno is proof that authenticity isn't a limitation, it's the brand. At number 9, Mr. Eazi, the Afrobeats diplomat turned tech tycoon. We meet the smoothest voice in Afrobeats and one of the sharpest business minds in African music. His full name is Oluwatosin Oluwole Ajibade, proudly representing Nigeria, and in 2025, his net worth is estimated at $40 million. Mr. Eazi rose to fame in 2016 with Skin Tight featuring Efya, a laid-back sultry tune that introduced the world to a new wave of Afrobeats. Minimalist, romantic, and hypnotically chill. His style is effortless, a fusion of Ghanaian highlife and Nigerian rhythm, dubbed Banku music, a genre he made his own while studying engineering in Ghana. Mr. Eazi was one of the first Nigerian artists to fully penetrate international streaming platforms, performing at festivals like Wireless UK, Afropunk, and SXSW, and landing features with Major Lazer, J Balvin, Nicki Minaj, and Burna Boy. He founded Empower Africa, a talent incubator and label that has launched global acts like Joe Boy and supported dozens of young African artists with funding and mentorship. His influence has earned him MOBO nominations, Headies, and partnerships with tech and creative bodies in both Africa and the US. But music is just the beginning. Mr. Eazi is now one of the most diversified young moguls in Africa. He co-founded Zagadet Capital, investing in tech startups across music, fintech, health, and education. He owns stakes in Decagon, a Nigerian software talent accelerator. He runs a music rights platform that helps African artists monetize globally. And in 2023, he became the first African musician to sell shares of his music catalog as digital assets through blockchain technology. His wealth doesn't scream, it scales. Mr. Eazi splits time between homes in Lagos, Accra, London, and Dubai. His cars include a Range Rover Velar, a Mercedes GLE Coupe, and a classic BMW 3 Series, a nod to his humble beginnings. He's also known for his high-profile relationship with Temi Otedola, daughter of Nigerian billionaire Femi Otedola, tying music and wealth together in one of Nigeria's most talked-about love stories. Mr. Eazi didn't just sing about love and life. He built a blueprint for creative entrepreneurship in Africa, and now he's turning every stream into stock. At number 8, Black Coffee, the maestro of the global dance floor minimal, magnetic, mesmerizing. He doesn't sing, he barely speaks, but when his fingers touch the decks, the world moves. His real name is Nkosinathi Innocent Mafumulo. He hails from South Africa, and in 2025, his net worth is locked in at a sleek $60 million. Black Coffee's journey began not in the spotlight, but in the shadows, crafting beats in his bedroom in Durban. He gained national recognition in 2005 with his self-titled debut album, but it was the 2010 hit Superman featuring Busey that changed everything. His signature sound is a deep, soulful blend of Afro house. It's spiritual, introspective, and unmistakably African. While others pursued fame, Black Coffee pursued feel, and that made all the difference. Today, he's one of the most successful DJs in the world. He's performed at Tomorrowland, Coachella, Ibiza residencies, and even headlined Madison Square Garden, a rare feat for an African DJ. Signed to Ultra Music and now managing his own label, Solistic Music, Black Coffee's influence spans continents and genres. He's a Grammy Award winner for Best Dance and Electronic Album and has collaborated with Drake, Usher, David Guetta, Alicia Keys, and Pharrell. His income doesn't just spin from the booth, multi-million-dollar DJ gigs around the globe, music production and licensing deals, tech investments in startups across Africa, fashion collaborations, and brand endorsements, real estate holdings in South Africa, London, and Los Angeles. Black Coffee lives a life of sophistication. He travels the world in style, often seen on yachts, in private jets, or backstage with global superstars. His homes are architectural masterpieces, including a glass-walled mansion in Johannesburg and a hideaway in Los Angeles. He owns a fleet of luxury cars, including a Bentley Bentayga, Mercedes G-Wagon, and a custom Maserati. And he does it all with one hand after a car accident in his youth left his left arm paralyzed. But that never slowed him down. Black Coffee turned silence into sound, and sound into a global movement. He is proof that resilience can dance and win. At number 7, we travel to East Africa. Diamond Platnumz, the king of East African pop, where one man turned Bongo Flava into a global sound and transformed himself into a musical empire. His real name, Nasibu Abdul Juma Isaac. Born in Tanzania, and in 2025, his estimated net worth hits an impressive $60 million. His rise began in 2010 with the breakout track Kamwambi, a song that swept through Tanzania like wildfire. But it was number 1, his electrifying collaboration with Nigerian superstar Davido that made the continent stop and pay attention. With a silky voice and magnetic presence, Diamond blended Swahili lyrics with Afrobeat rhythms, Highlife guitars, and global production to create the irresistible wave of Bongo Flava 2.0. In 2020, he signed a landmark deal with Warner Music Group, putting Tanzanian music on a global distribution map. But Diamond didn't stop there. He built his own kingdom, WCB Wasafi, a record label that launched some of East Africa's biggest stars like Harmonize, Rayvanny, and Zuchu. He founded Wasafi Media, a powerful TV and radio network that dominates Tanzanian entertainment. He also runs a film and content studio, ensuring his influence reaches beyond music into every screen in East Africa. Diamond has performed across Africa, Europe, the Middle East, and America, including sold-out stadiums in Kenya, Rwanda, and Ethiopia. His trophy shelf includes multiple MTV Africa Music Awards channel, O Awards, Afrima trophies, and dozens of regional accolades. His income flows through record sales and global streaming, media network revenues, brand endorsements with Pepsi, Paramatch, and Nice One, his own fragrance line, energy drink, and Wasafi fashion brand YouTube monetization, where he remains one of Africa's most viewed artists ever. Diamond owns luxury homes in Dar es Salaam, Nairobi, and reportedly South Africa. His car collection features a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, Toyota Land Cruiser, and multiple BMWs. And yes, he flies private. Diamond Platnumz isn't just a Tanzanian icon, he's the bridge between East African tradition and global superstardom. At number 6 is a force of nature, Burna Boy, the African giant, a rebel with rhythm, a warrior with a microphone. He doesn't just make music, he makes statements. His full name, Damini Ebunoluwa Ogulu. He represents Nigeria, and in 2025, his estimated net worth sits proudly at $65 million. Burna Boy's breakthrough came in 2012 with Like to Party, a laid-back groove that made the world lean in. But it was his 2018 album Outside and the global smash Yee that put him in a league of his own. His music is a sonic revolution, Afrofusion, a genre he built from scratch mixing dancehall, reggae, highlife, hip-hop, and Yoruba melodies. With a commanding voice and revolutionary themes, Burna isn't here to entertain. He's here to educate, liberate, and elevate. Signed internationally with Atlantic Records and backed by his own label, Spaceship Entertainment, Burna's catalog is both commercially successful and politically charged. From the Coachella stage to Madison Square Garden, from Paris to Johannesburg, Burna has sold out arenas across continents. In 2022, he became the first African solo artist to headline MSG, a historic milestone that no one can erase. The awards? Monumental. Grammy Award winner for Twice as Tall multiple BET Awards, MTV Europe Music Awards, MOBOs, and more. His income flows from global streaming platforms, touring and merchandise, endorsements with Chipper Cash, Martell Cognac, and Pepsi royalties from songwriting and international placements, ownership in creative studios and event platforms. Burna Boy owns properties in Lagos, London, and reportedly Ghana. His garage is a reflection of his taste. Rolls-Royce Dawn, Lamborghini Urus, Ferrari 458 Italia, and a fleet of Mercedes. But despite the luxury, Burna's life is built on principle. He's known to turn down awards, call out injustice, and champion African pride with every album. They call him the African Giant because he doesn't just walk the global stage, he stomps on it. At number 5, Olamide, the street king turned mogul, a lyrical rebel who rose from the slums of Bariga to become one of Africa's most consistent hitmakers. His full name, Olamide Gbenga Adedeji, and he hails from Nigeria. And in 2025, his estimated net worth stands tall at $70 million. Olamide's breakout came in 2011 with the explosive track Eni Duro, a gritty, street-level anthem that made industry giants stop and listen. He followed up with First of All, Voice of the Street, Durasoke, and Bobo, cementing his place as the people's voice, delivering bars in both English and Yoruba. His music style is raw and unapologetic. He didn't water it down for mainstream appeal, he made the streets the mainstream. In 2012, he founded YBNL Nation, short for Yahoo Boy No Laptop, a label that became the launchpad for some of Nigeria's biggest names, including Lil Kesh, Adekunle Gold, Fireboy DML, Asake. Olamide may not tour as often as his peers, but when he does, tickets vanish in hours. He's performed in the UK, US, Dubai, and throughout Africa, where his name alone is enough to pull a crowd. Though often overlooked by Western media, he is a record holder in Nigeria, with more local music award wins than almost any other artist. The Headies, NEAs, and Nigeria Entertainment Awards have all bowed to the Bado legacy. But here's where it gets deeper. Olamide is a strategic investor. He earns from music publishing, digital streaming rights, artist management, brand, partnerships with ITEL, Play TV, and local telecoms, real estate holdings in Lagos, and a rumored stake in fintech platforms serving the Nigerian youth market. His lifestyle is calm, private, and powerfully quiet. He owns luxury apartments in Lekki and his own studio complex. His fleet includes a Range Rover, Toyota Land Cruiser, and a sleek Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, but you'll never catch him flaunting it. Olamide didn't climb to the top by singing about champagne. He did it by speaking for those who couldn't. And in doing so, he became a legend, not just for what he raps, but for what he built. At number 4, we celebrate the man behind the curtain, Don Jazzy, the maestro, the mogul, the mastermind of modern Nigerian music, the architect of Afrobeats powerhouses. His real name is Michael Collins Ajara. Proudly from Nigeria, and in 2025, his empire is valued at a solid $95 million. Don Jazzy didn't just rise through music, he engineered it. In the early 2000s, he co-founded Mo Hits Records with D'banj, launching hits like Tongolo and Fall in Love. But when Mo Hits dissolved, Don Jazzy built something even bigger. In 2012, he launched Maven Records, a powerhouse that introduced superstars like Tiwa Savage, Rema, Aerostar, Corrida Bello, and Johnny Drill to the world. While most producers remain in the background, Don Jazzy became a brand himself with a signature intro tag, "It's Don Jazzy Again." Though he isn't a performing artist in the traditional sense, his global influence is undeniable. He's produced chart-topping hits for over 2 decades and remains a gatekeeper in the Afrobeats movement, often mentoring artists who now dominate Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music. Though rarely seen accepting awards, his artists have collectively won dozens, BETs, MTVs, the Headies, and global accolades. But here's where Don Jazzy separates himself: business. He's invested in tech startups, real estate, blockchain ventures, and fashion. He owns part of a music distribution platform, and he's a beloved social media influencer, with millions hanging on his every meme, dance video, and hilarious skits. Don Jazzy turned Instagram into a business hub, where he scouts talent, sells his brands, and keeps the culture entertained. He lives comfortably but humbly, with tastefully designed homes in Lagos, high-end cars, and a deep love for comics, anime, and gadgets. He once joked, "I'm rich, but I'm not flashy. I'm focused." Don Jazzy isn't just a producer, he's an empire builder. And while others chase fame, he quietly creates legends. At number 3, we meet a man who was born into wealth, Davido, the billionaire's son, who still chose to earn his crown with sweat, sound, and stage presence. His name is Davido, but his real name is David Adedeji Adeleke. He represents Nigeria, and his net worth in 2025 is an incredible $108 million. He burst into our ears in 2011 with the infectious hit Dami Duro, a song that turned parties into parades and introduced the world to his bold, unmistakable voice. But Davido didn't just ride a wave, he created one. His rise to international stardom was strategic. With songs like If, Fall, and FIA, he carved a lane that made Afrobeats commercial, global, and luxurious. He became the first Nigerian artist to reach over 1 billion views on YouTube and dominate Apple Music charts across Africa, Europe, and the Americas. As the founder of DMW, Davido Music Worldwide, he's not only a star, he's a kingmaker. The label has launched names like Mayorkin, Peruzzi, and Leah, making him one of the most influential figures in the African music industry. From Coachella to Wireless Festival, from Accra to Atlanta, Davido's live performances are electrifying. His timeless tour sold out venues across North America and Europe, bringing in millions in ticket revenue. And the awards are endless. BET Awards, MTV Europe Music Awards, the Headies, Sound City MVPs, and international honors that have firmly placed him among the greats. His revenue streams go far beyond music. Brand deals with Martell, Puma, Pepsi, and 1xBet ambassador roles with MTN, Infinix, and the Nigerian Tourism Board. Real estate in Lekki, Banana Island, London, and Atlanta. And yes, investments in logistics, tech startups, and the entertainment industry. His garage is a jaw-dropping collection. Rolls-Royce Cullinan, Lamborghini Aventador, Bentley Bentayga, and more. He is also known for his exquisite jewelry collection. He has custom OBO diamond pieces, but behind the flash, there's focus. Davido is also a father, a philanthropist, and a symbol of perseverance. In 2023, after the tragic loss of his son Ifeanyi, he returned with the album Timeless, a project that broke records and healed hearts. He may be the son of a billionaire, but Davido has proven one thing beyond a doubt. Legacy isn't inherited, it's earned. At number 2 is Nigeria's golden child of Afrobeats, Wizkid, the star boy who took over the world. Wizkid, born Ayodeji Ibrahim Balogun, hailing from Surulere, Lagos. Wizkid's story is one of raw talent, relentless drive, and global impact. Today, his empire is worth an estimated $132 million. He burst onto the scene in 2010 with Holla at Your Boy. But it was 2016's One Dance with Drake that made him the first Nigerian artist to top the US Billboard charts. But this wasn't luck. It was a legacy in motion. Wizkid's sound is a perfect blend of Yoruba tradition, sultry melodies, and international pop appeal. He's collaborated with Beyoncé, Justin Bieber, Skepta, and Thames, pushing Afrobeats into every corner of the planet. From headlining the O2 Arena in London 3 times in a row, to shutting down shows in Paris, New York, and Toronto, Wizkid's tours are more than concerts. They're cultural events. He owns his own label, Starboy Entertainment, and has a multi-million-dollar distribution deal with RCA Records. With over 60 awards, including a Grammy, a Billboard Music Award, multiple BETs, and even an MTV EMA, Wizkid is Africa's most decorated Afrobeats artist. His income streams are as diversified as his discography: album sales, streaming royalties, sold-out world tours, brand partnerships with Pepsi, Dolce & Gabbana, and Nike Real Estate in Lekki, London, and Los Angeles, and his latest venture, a fashion line inspired by Lagos streetwear. His garage includes a Lamborghini Urus, Mercedes Maybach, and a Bentley Continental GT. But even with the luxury, Wizkid stays notoriously low-key, rarely flaunting his wealth on social media. From a boy with a dream to a man building a dynasty, Wizkid isn't just making music, he's making history. Finally, at number 1, Youssou N'Dour, the Lion of Dakar. He is not just a musician, but a musician with monuments. Everyone called him Youssou N'Dour. His real name, Youssou N'Dour, and he is from Senegal, and his estimated net worth in 2025 is a staggering $145 million. Youssou's story is one of pride, poetry, and power. Born in the vibrant heart of Dakar, he was already performing with bands by the age of 12, but it was the 1994 global smash 7 Seconds with Nene Cherry that brought his voice to the world, and the world never forgot. His voice is timeless and haunting, a smooth yet commanding tone that carries the spirit of Senegal wherever it echoes. His signature genre, mbalax, isn't just music, it's a cultural heartbeat. He didn't just perform it, he redefined it. Youssou became a musical diplomat. He's graced the stages of Live 8, Nobel Peace Prize concerts, and UNESCO galas, often singing not just for entertainment, but for peace. Signed to multiple European labels and owner of his own music empire in West Africa, he's released over 30 albums that blend Wolof, French, English, and Arabic, connecting continents with every note. He's a Grammy Award winner, a Polar Music Prize laureate, and has earned France's highest civilian honor, the Légion d'honneur. His tours have touched every continent. From the streets of Paris to the shores of Rio, from Tokyo to Toronto, Youssou N'Dour is not just famous, he's eternal. But music is only one part of his empire. He owns Telefutures Medias, one of Senegal's biggest media companies. He runs radio stations, TV networks, and a newspaper, all giving a voice to his people. In 2012, he became Senegal's Minister of Tourism and Culture, proving that art and leadership can live in the same breath. His assets include estates in Dakar, Paris, and Casablanca. He wears simple robes, but walks in presidential circles. He speaks softly, but his influence shakes nations. Youssou N'Dour is more than Africa's richest musician. He's its conscience, its rhythm. A man who turned tradition into gold and melody into movement. He is the Lion of Dakar, and he roars with purpose. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more untold stories of African power, success, and legacy.